So I saw that. How did you get to meet President Obama and talk about, criminal justice reform and all that? How did that come about?
Same thing. And of course, that meeting ultimately got hijacked because that wasn't the first time I had been to the White House. The first time I went to the White House, it was with my lady Rika, and we were brought out to DC by an organization called PICO, which is now Faith in Action. Now it's the largest faith-based organization in the country. And they really rock with her. Well, they rock with her. They started to rock with me, but she included me in the situation. So we went out there and, we got to tell our stories. And the shit was just powerful. Like, we was honest, start to finish. At first, we dressed up and shit. I ended up taking my shirt off, showing my tattoos. Like, look, this is who I am. But let us explain what's going on in the city, because we was trying to get some resources back to St. Louis. And ultimately, it was a lady there by the name of Ashley Allison, who was the head of public engagement for President Obama. And she was like, I want to meet with y'all at the White House tomorrow. I want to set up a meeting, with the president, basically. And we went and met with her, spoke with her some more for about an hour or two. And she said, I'm going to set up the meeting. I'll be into contact. And again, a larger organization from another city, from another place, heard about it, hijacked it, and put other activists from other cities in the meeting. And they looking for job opportunities on it. It turned into some bullshit ultimately. But it was history, you know what I'm saying? It was the first time nothing but Black people had ever been in the Oval Office since the construction of the White House, and it was built by slaves. So that was the only good thing that came from it. It was history.
So did Obama seem like he was really listening, like he really cared, or did you think it was like
he listened, but at the same time, he a politician. He's a career politician. You know what I'm saying? So he know how to play that game, and he good at playing that game. He made it all the way to the top. So he's great at playing that game. So I'm disappointed in his presidency. But at the same time, I got to understand what he said from jump. He never came out and said that he was going to be a champion for Black people. He came out and said that his focus was healthcare reform and gay rights, and he did that. So he did exactly what he said he was going to do. You know what I'm saying? But what people fail to understand, especially Black folks, is that more people were deported from this country when Obama was in presidency than any other president in history, including Trump. More Black and brown countries were bombed than any other president in history, including Trump, when President Obama was in office. And more Black men were murdered by the police than lynched at the peak of slavery when President Obama was president. Also, the wealth disparity between white families and Black families. For those who are watching who don't know what wealth disparity means, that means the separation of wealth between Black people and white people. That means how much a white family is worth and how much a Black family is worth. The wealth disparity or separation grew higher than the peak of apartheid in South Africa, when Europeans ran South Africa and they basically were slaves and dirt poor. The wealth disparity right here in America grew higher than the peak of apartheid in South Africa when President Obama was president. So I'm extremely disappointed in his presidency. I felt like even if he couldn't, quote unquote, get things done because the House was against him or whatever it was, it's a little thing called executive order that Trump showed y'all what that is his first day in office. Also, a mouth goes a long way. There's certain things you could have just got up there and said that would have made a difference. So that's what that was.
Okay, so let me say this. So I know you talk a lot about bring our people to liberation and all this type of stuff. What do you say to people who might hate it, or people who look at you like, okay, he got guns in this video and all this, but he's using the same stuff he's talking about, using the tools to destroy the people or whatever? What would you say?
No, everybody that know me knows I'm a Second Amendment advocate.
Yeah,
legally. I teach everybody around me how to properly, legally own firearms, how to properly carry, how to do it in a safe way. Because being a Black person in this country, if you don't carry a gun, you're a damn fool. Whether you're a woman, man, old person, whatever you are, you Black first, and you a threat. You know what I'm saying? How was this country even founded? It was founded in regards to a revolution. We just celebrated a day called Independence Day, where these people overthrew the government, which was England. King George overthrew the government. But you got a government now that don't want these people to have the same rights that they had. So
Right.
they basically are becoming King George, the same thing that they fought against in this country responded on. So yeah, I put guns in my videos because I'm a gun advocate for Black people.
Salute.
I'm not telling nobody to go shoot up no innocent people either.
Facts.
I'll shoot anybody that's a threat to my life or my family's life, whether they Black, white, Chinese, Jamaican, alien, dog, cat. If it's a threat to the safety of myself and my family, I would definitely do everything I have to defend that. But I'm not going out. I'm not going out here trying to cause some destruction. So I think we need to promote healthy gun ownership. It's a stigma with Black people carrying guns, and that's why Philando Castile was murdered when he was within his legal right and let the cop know that he had a legal weapon, and he was shot to death on camera. But even us as Black people got a stigma against Black people with guns. Right. It's not about what you do, it's how you do it. White people put guns in videos all the time. Right. Ain't nobody talking about that. Right. Just because I put a gun in a video don't mean that I can't stand for my community and love and care for my community. Right. I'm just all about defending myself from anybody, including a tyrannical government.
Facts. So I want to talk about this one video I saw at the casino when they drag you out and stuff. Like, what happened to that situation, bro?
That was my little brother's fault, man. So I actually had a flight the next day. Okay. And I'm so past like celebrating in St. Louis and shit like that. My lady, she took me out to dinner the night before, so I was cool. You know what I'm saying? I was finna go out to LA. I had a video shoot out in LA, and then we was gonna move to Vegas from there because we was going to link up with Tyron Woodley and then the Migos. I mean, not Tyron Woodley. I was with Tyron Woodley. I was going to meet up with Ludacris and then the Migos, business shit. So the homies convinced me, and then Chicka Chase convinced me to take a booth to celebrate my birthday in Mystic. So I was like, fuck it. My lady, she was like, let your family come chill with you so that you're gonna be gone. So they all convinced me to do it. So we did it. Had a decent time. That wasn't the problem. So afterwards, everybody was like, what are we gonna do? And I was like, well, you know, I got an early flight, and honestly, I ain't even in the strip club mood, you know what I'm saying? And like, well, what about the casino? Now, I like the Ameristar. I win money at the Ameristar. I like the food, decent atmosphere. I like the drinks. My little brother Kizzle, he wants to go to the Lumiere. It's his idea to go to the Lumiere. So I say, fuck it, we go to the Lumiere. Whole time, he's banned from the Lumiere.
It sounds like Kizzle. No.
Yeah. So we get in, which this is where the problem came about, because if we had got to the door and the lady would have been like, oh, you banned, you can't come here. Cool, just turn around and go. Yeah. She checks everybody ID. I know it came up that he was banned. She says nothing, let us in. So the ladies that was with us needed to use the bathroom. I walked them to the bathroom. We come out the bathroom. When I go to the casino, I ain't the one that go there for the daiquiris and stand around and like I'm gambling. Yeah. So I hop on a dice table. So I'm shaking and rolling the dice. We probably in there 20, maybe 30 minutes. And a girl, she say, they putting Kizzle in handcuffs. I say, for what? So we leave the table. I'm trying to go ask security, like, what's going on? They walking him off in handcuffs. I'm like, you know what's going on? Where are you taking him? What need to be done? And the first thing come out this dude's mouth is like, get the fuck away from me. That flipped something. Because I didn't come to you like that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they try to talk to you. So that point, all the respect out the window. You're not gonna talk to me with respect. I'm not gonna talk to you with none. So he ain't trying to talk. So I'm just following him. You know what I'm saying? And he take bro, throw him in the little room, and he turn around. You need to leave. I'm like, bro, I'm not going nowhere till you tell me what you got my little brother for, what you finna do, and where you taking him. What he do wrong? It's like we was just here shooting dice. Like, what's the problem? He pull out his badge. He still don't want to communicate and say, hey, he was banned from here. He shouldn't have been here. We just finna make him know that he's banned, have him resign his paperwork and let him go. Instead of having an intelligent conversation like a security guard should have, he want to be a dick about the situation. So he turned around, pull out his badge, talking about the highway patrol. I better leave right now. He had the right ones that evening though, because telling me you a police just gonna turn me up. So dude, he steady talking. I'm going in on him. My lady finna call the lawyer. She trying to call our lawyer. Tef recording. So it got to a point I say, you know what? We just finna call the lawyer, let him deal with this. I'm like, fuck y'all. So I turned around and try to walk off. As I'm trying to turn around and walk off, dude tried to grab me and put me in handcuffs. Like he didn't say I was under arrest. He didn't try to arrest me when we was eye to eye. He wait till I turn around and try to walk off. We finna leave. He tried to grab me. The minute I feel him grab my arm, I look back, I take off. Yeah, so they had it was a sweepstakes or something going on, and they had a car like blocking like the entrance way. So I jump over the car, but it was my C-Day, so I got on new shoes and they was untied. So when I jump over the car, I land and my shoe pop off. Boom. So I fall. And they come to run over there, they jump on top of me, pull the taser out and shit.
Damn.
So while they doing all that, at that point, you know, I start, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sneak me some little punches and that shit. So
he's like,
yeah.
Punches in.
So they didn't grab me, put me in handcuffs. So now they dragging me. So the whole time I'm looking up at Tef like, my nigga, you filming? You need to jump in this shit.
Salute the Tef.
Yeah. So they throw me in the room. I asked, bro, I'm like, man, what's going on? What you do? Man, I forgot I was straight banned from here. I'm just looking at him like, bro. And then I'm gonna tell you how the universe worked, right? They end up just letting him walk out of there. They take my ass down to the justice. So I get locked up for real. I ain't just in the casino booking no more. I'm in the city jail now. So they locked me up. My girl come down there, and what made it even worse, I think she was pregnant at this time. So she come down there, she wait on me all night out there. They end up getting me out. I think, I can't remember if the lawyer was supposed to come down there and make some shit happen. Ultimately, it was her. She know how to deal with these police, you know what I'm saying? She's a revolutionary as well. So they let me go. And I end up still making my flight to handle my business. So that's what that was about.